Well, cool. Then we're gonna roll into random encounters, and let's get some random topics up here and see what we can do. What kind of damage can we
We've used
can
the
we
same
roll?
list so long. Is it random anymore?
I mean, if you want, we can just roll and pretend that.
Hey, you know I'm crazy enough to do it. Just come up with a topic like, you know what? Just say Google, bring up a random subject and just see what comes up.
Wow.
Yeah, no, not if it uses my search history.
Let's clear that browser cache. Here.
Well, also the likelihood of it staying on what we talk about, like it'll probably jump off the rails real fast.
Yeah.
You know, it suddenly goes like, "Have you heard about what's going on in Syria?" And we're like, "No."
All right, so let's pull up the list here. All right, so here's our list.
We're gonna go and we're gonna.
Let's grab that D20 over there. Oh, yeah, there you go. Stretch, man, stretch.
I turned 40, man. I'm old. Stop.
All right.
Here, you started off.
Okay.
Beauty before age.
So let's.
The oldest person in the room.
So what?
But at least I'm the second best looking.
Yeah. 18. Don't do this. So
that was put on because we had our wonderful cosplayers on.
Well, yeah, this was well, I mean, and we've actually utilized it when we had the local comic book shop owner Travis from Vans Comic Cards and Games. We rolled it, and he talked about
one? Don't do this.
A gaming. Yeah, we can do a gaming one.
Well, like you online game. You've been in guilds, and I think you went back and you and Damien have been doing Elder Scrolls Online.
Man, I hate online gaming. I'll be honest. Like,
wow. Sorry.
Well, no. Okay, so I've tried MMOs a few times, and I was big into WoW, but I just realized that I'm not into it anymore. Like, I've become annoyed by most of the mentality on MMOs, I guess. I don't know. I haven't found the right people. Like, I think that was one of the things why I enjoyed, like, World of Warcraft when I got on there, is we ended up grabbing a bunch of friends, and then they grabbed friends. And so it ended up being a lot of like-minded people.
What's the faux pas, though? What is the don't do that will make you not able to play with Xeno?
I mean, I don't know, dude. I mean, like I said, right now, I'm not into them because I don't have enough friends and people that I know to play. And honestly, I just don't care to play with a bunch of strangers that don't necessarily play the same way as me.
All right. Well, then I'll throw one out.
Well, it's my topic. I'm going somewhere with it, buddy.
Okay. I thought you were just giving up.
Don't talk over me.
Oh, well, you got something to say?
Yeah, I got something to say, punk.
All right. Well, don't
do
this.
Don't do this. Don't talk over.
Usa.
Don't talk. Yeah, it's my topic. Don't do that.
All right. Well, come on.
But anyway, I mean, we will talk about something with don't do this. Let's talk about DMing.
Oh.
I mean, since we have been talking about the play test and stuff like that, and so many times I hear people talk about other DMs and how they think they're crap or something like that. I don't think that there are that many crap DMs. Like, a lot of people want to talk crap about somebody, but understand that different DMs have different play styles, and different players will enjoy certain DMs and not others. Just because you don't enjoy running under a specific DM, don't call that DM out as being a crap DM. He may just not run the style of play that you like to play. When I was originally gaming, I had a much more lighthearted group, and so I'm used to a lot more comedy and lightheartedness in role playing. Well, I got with another group, it was a lot more serious. It took me a while to assimilate to their play style as a DM. And that's the thing. Now, are there great DMs? There are great DMs. There are those DMs who can assimilate to their party so quickly and play and DM for anybody. They read the group. They do a really good job. And are there bad DMs? I'm sure there are. But you don't need to just call one out because he doesn't play the way you want him to play. And that's something I've seen too many times from people at comic shops, people at cons, people at, you know, it's a bad habit of people not enjoying a DM and just completely writing them off. I mean, it takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, and it takes some confidence to be up there and actually DM. So to do that, that's it's a really crappy thing, and it annoys crap out of me when I hear it.
So don't do this from Zeno is do not call out your DM. And call him crap just because you don't like him. I've seen it. I mean, I've had to do it. We had a recent DM that there's a lot of things I didn't agree with he did, but when we talked about it, I would always pull back and go, now look, that's because of our style. I made that correction. I would say, yeah, I don't like this that so-and-so's doing. I don't like this. But I quickly realized it's just a different play style. Because honestly, Zeno's talking about us. Well, part of us. I'm one of the members of our gaming group is a very big into serious play. Like, people get into character, and if you start being silly, it will literally start to alienate the other members of the party. And we've ran into that a lot. I'm gonna lie, dude. There's a lot of people. Honestly, I'm starting to think there's more people that are the casual gamers that play the lighthearted, because I've just ran into it too often. People who sit down and go like, no, I'm lawful good, and I'm gonna do lawful good, or I'm lawful neutral. And when somebody gets almost fourth wall comedy that they did, you know, other groups are way more casual about it. So I back you on that. You can't get mad at someone because their play style doesn't match yours, because that's what's fun for them, and that's what's fun for that group.
Yeah. I mean, if you notice, my Friday game that I run is a bit more lighthearted than...
I hope I've done good at adjusting it. I've tried.
Oh, no, you
I've
have.
tried to
You've
be
done
more lighthearted.
You've done a good job. I'm just not very serious with the rules and the play. Now, there are some things I am serious about. I do want people to take their characters seriously, but at the same time, I'm not a rule Nazi, and if you want to throw in some jokes, that's great. That's fun to me.
Mm-hmm.
So,
right, who's rolling? Clarence,
give us a roll.
I'm older than you too.
4.
That's a 4.
Is that a 4? Yeah, it's 4.
Yeah, it's 4.
Oh, sorry, I was getting the light was shining on me.
Yeah.
Man. The camera had it blind out.
Epic supporting cast. What does this relate to?
Epic supporting cast. Oh, this is a category where you talk about sidekicks, man, or non-protagonist. You know, just anybody that's not a protagonist that was cool.
And Star Trek and all that, you should have a good.
Yeah, I mean, it could be anything from a companion to.
Yeah. Well, I'll talk about my favorite. If you're in Doctor Who, Captain Jack Harkness, which eventually turned out to be a leading character in his own show, but I think he definitely falls into that epic supporting cast. Not only for what he was in season 1 of and so on of the rebooted Doctor Who, but as well as kind of what he turned into once he got his own show. And
what he turned into? Oh wait, okay, sorry, I thought you were spoilers.
Well, I mean, he's if you're familiar with Doctor Who, what happens at the end of season 1, Bad Wolf, you'll see how he changes into a totally different character. He has these powers that he gets from that event. So yeah, I would definitely rank him up there as one of the top supporting characters. Period.
Yeah, that is an awesome vote. Not just because of him being the captain, but John Barrowman has pulled me in as a fan. You remember we went to that
Pensacon,
and I will admit that that he is to me a perfect example of how you could be an amazing actor, and how you can be, also not a traditional. He's the first guy I was a huge fan of, that I become a fan of John Barrowman, and like I love him on Arrow, love him on all the stuff that is also diverse.
Yeah.
And but that's what I try to say. Talent overrules everything, and that's why the current environment kind of annoys me, that people want something for nothing. Like, don't criticize me because I'm blah. That just means you're this. It's like, no, maybe you don't have talent, because this guy's freaking hilarious and is awesome. And I loved watching him run around in that dress. That was freaking awesome. So guess what, everybody? Try having talent. Talent will overrule it. You think I'm joking? Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
His music is so good that we still kind of pretend like he didn't have all that trouble.
He's not
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, if you're doing
R. Kelly's still doing concerts.
Yeah.
Talent
Yeah.
will overrule everything.
Yeah.
And he's talented and entertaining.
Yeah, you would hope in a perfect world, but of course the world is so different now with the internet and, communication and being into these people's lives that, you can't really just go on stage and be a talented actor or musician or whatever without some of it bleeding over, which I don't know.
But like I said, I'm just making that statement of, and this is not taking a side. This is to try to get our community back together.
Yeah.
One, to this side that's being aggressive and hostile,
Yeah.
go see if their stuff is any good.
Yeah.
They may have something for you. On the other side, stop wanting people to like their stuff without quality. You over here, my hand came over here. Go check it out. It might be good. You know what? I made up my mind. I talked some crap, but I'm going to watch the new She-Ra to see if I like it. I decided I'm going to go watch it. But if it's crap, I'm going to call it crap. But I'm going to go watch it.
Yeah.
So don't make a judgment on something you haven't seen. But also, don't defend something you ain't seen either. Don't go, it's amazing and I love it. You ain't seen it.
Yeah, you got to get
But
credit
don't
where
go, it's
credit's due.
crap. You're ruining my childhood either. I'm preaching a new concept.
Yeah.
Watch it.
Yeah.
It's a new idea. Watch it and make an opinion. But on both sides.
So Clarence, John Barrowman,
he's awesome.
Keep talking.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna let him close anything out, being that somebody took over his conversation about his epic side character there for a bit.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir.
No, man. I got everything else.
Okay. Let's see. You rolled a 9. Favorite horror anime? Actually, I think we've already done horror anime. So let's come up with another topic. What's the topic you like, Clarence?
It has to do with a horror?
No. Favorite blank anime. What?
I'm usually into, and I don't watch a lot of anime, but I'm a huge Gundam fan from back in the day.
Mech.
Favorite mech anime.
Mech.
Good
Yeah,
one.
there we go.
Recently,
Type it up.
Recently, I've been watching. I've been trying to catch up with season 2 of Iron Blooded Orphans, and man, it's something about once you get past that premise of an anime that pulls you in. It's kind of it just falls off very quickly to me, and it's kind of hard for me to stay in. But I've been watching that.
Iron Blooded.
Iron Blooded Orphans.
I think that's Gundam.
It's Gundam. Yeah, it's Gundam.
It's Gundam. Newer
Yeah,
Gundam.
it's Gundam. Yeah.
Yeah, Gundam, Iron Blooded Orphans. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm aware of it.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one either. So yeah, cool. Q, Mecha.
Oh man, I've been out of the game for a little while on the mecha side. So I'm gonna have to get a little older. Well, you know what? I'm gonna go back a while. Okay, now I gotta remember the name of it. Okay, there was a mecha anime series a while back that actually I think it was on Toonami that they all had animal-based mechs, and I remember the main mech was the Liger. It was the Liger Zero, and I'm trying to remember the name of it, but it was awesome mech anime. They had all these animal-based mechs, and that was the last mech anime to me that was unique. I liked the whole premise. They rolled out the vehicles. It was a competition, tournament style. And I really enjoyed that mech anime. And it was the first one that I saw since Gundam that I really said, this is unique. And honestly, if they did more seasons of it, I would go back and watch it again. It's just like I'm having Lloyd's, something Lloyd's. Like it was one of those odd names. But look up Liger Zero. See if we can catch the anime name for me. You probably can find it. But that anime was, I would tell you guys to watch it. If you're having burnout, it was a different style. And it was a really cool anime that I enjoyed. Yeah, there it is. Zoids. Oh, wow. I literally said it was something Zoids. It's Zoids. Zoids A New Century? Did they have another one? We have to go check and make sure they haven't put out another season. But it showed on Toonami, and it was really cool.
No, first episode date, January 6, 2001. Final episode, June 30th, 2001.
Yeah, and I loved it. And I would tell people it's worth a watch. It was cool. And it also, I learned about ligers from this. I learned out that a liger is a lion-tiger hybrid. But it was pretty good. What do you got? Okay, Gurren Lagann. It's a lot of things.
Yeah, no, I pulled up Gurren Lagann just because I was like, okay, this is like the staple answer I think for this group because we've mentioned Gurren Lagann on here so many times.
I don't even think of it as a mech anime because there was so much going on in it that I almost forget that it's mainly a mech anime. But like Spiral Energy, Beastmen, like.
But that's one of mine, and of course I got to go back to my one of the original animes I ever watched, and that's Robotech. You know,
I didn't feel Robotech. I'll admit I never was a big Robotech guy.
Yeah,
I think the blue aliens were just too weird for me as a kid.
I think a lot of what is with Robotech with me is just the fact that it was childhood, growing up, you know, watching that, and
Voltron.
Yeah, that's one of the ones that got chopped up and made into something else when it got brought over here, didn't it? I'm not thinking of something else. I'm thinking of Voltron too, I guess.
Go Line.
Yeah.
Beast King Go Line.
Other than them editing it a lot to get some of the adult situations out of it, that was pretty much the only thing that happened with.
Just disgusted by like human interaction, like I forgot about those parts of Robotech.
Well, yeah, and the disgust about human interactions, you know, like the sexual content being one of the things that repelled them, them doing lovey-dovey stuff, are Rick and Morty sent a shout out to that with those guys that were trying to con him, but the way they made them not it was the shower scene.
And honorable mentions. Yes, I know it's not technically a mech in the traditional sense, but when it comes to old school cartoons, I gotta send a shout out to the Thunder Tank. Oh man, the Thunder Tank. Come on, man, that was an amazing vehicle. They could go up walls. I mean, I'm sorry, I just had to send a shout out. And you made me think when you said old cartoons. I said Thunder Tank. The Thunder Tank's so awesome that I would rather drive the Thunder Tank in a Robotech cartoon. Like, screw it. I'll take the Thunder Tank. You take the giant robot. The Thunder Tank was just the coolest vehicle.
I don't know, man. I just recently saw Ready Player One, and my favorite part of the movie, I won't give it away, but a certain mech comes to try to save the day.
I had to admit that if they had to swap out, going OG, you know who was good. And it is such a reveal that I don't want to spoil it. It was not what you expected. It's not Ultraman, unfortunately. I wanted Ultraman, but I was satisfied with the tag out. I was like, okay, because they went old, they went original.
Oh yeah, you got to.
And I was like, okay, that'll do, pig, that'll do. You know.
All right, let's get one last topic out here. We're going to get I guess Google our Dungeon Master, whatever.
Yeah, hurry up, I'm hungry.
Dice Master, yeah.
Oh yeah, it keeps handing it off to you. It's like, I'm not dealing with you anymore, Zeno.
Okay, Google, roll me a d20.
Okay, you might like talking to Dungeon Master Dice. Does that sound good?
No.
All right.
Okay, so apparently it just.
Oh, she won't roll. Oh, she says
anymore.
Like, screw you then. Zeno, you've lost control.
Okay, Google
/Skynet.
Roll d20 with Dungeon Master Dice.
Sure, here's Dungeon Master Dice.
You rolled a 8 for a total of 8.
What the?
Rolled an 8. I don't.
Google's delegating. She's like, I'm too important.
This is the one we said last time we were going to remove because it's just become.
Superheroes. Yeah, they can't see it though, so they don't know.
Number 8. Well, I mean, they knew number 8.
Superheroes with villain potential.
If they've watched this enough, then they're like, yeah, they still haven't changed 8.
So, well, let's replace 8 too. Let's see.
You just want to come up with a random topic again. It's like, this is our show. We make the fucking rules.
Well, that makes it extra random. It makes it extra random. So we did superheroes with villain potential. We have super but not super powered, which kind of needs to go to.
Yeah.
I want to stay in the comics though. What's another variance there? Well, I mean, we talked a little bit about passing the torch. Do we want to like put up something that's like, you know, what would be a good next gen? You know, you come up with that new Thor, that new Iron Man, that next character. Like, who should take over for Batman?
Robin.
It's a little bit harder in DC.
Okay,
man.
That's like 6 people.
It's a little bit harder to do in the DC world, man. I think.
Yeah, they got a lot going on over there.
I mean, the thing is, I mean, passing the torch.
Duke.
in a lot of senses.
I like Terry.
I mean, it doesn't really have to be anything special. Like, I mean, look at the mutants. I mean, there's just always new mutants. You don't really have to come up with somebody to pass the torch. Just bring in the next generation of mutants. You know, with Tony Stark, I mean, you just find somebody who's
all right,
smart.
I got one. I'm gonna do a Batman one. Whether we make this the permanent, I got one. An interesting take that we didn't think of. Instead of doing a Robin or your weird, like, not consensual kid you had with like the League of Ninjas and other stuff, I think a replay, an homage to the original Bruce Wayne's backstory and the start of a new Batman would be interesting if it was a kid who's basically rescued by Batman, and Batman is killed in the rescue. And then that kid whose life was saved by Batman decides to carry it on. It's like he in an alley, he gets shot, Batman takes the bullet.
Sort of like that kid that idolized Spider-Man, and then Spider-Man died. And
well, I mean, I can't help that Marvel knows how to write a great story and already thought of this. I mean, Marvel's amazing, okay? But the idea, because also you could, instead of Batman getting just old, it could be Batman had to die, because it wasn't that he couldn't dodge it, it was that the kid was being shot at. And Batman can absorb like all these bullets, man. It's like the guy shoots a machine gun, he takes all these shots, he takes the guy down, and then he looks at the kid, and he's like, live on. And then the kid, like, especially if the kid is like a teenager, and he takes Batman's body, and he takes off the mask, realizes who he is, takes off the costume, shows us Bruce Wayne and pretends that Batman never died.
Yeah, that might be.
And then takes on the mantle. He goes to the Wayne Manor. He meets the AI like freaking Alfred that's been running the supercomputer. And it's like, so that was you. Yeah, I saw it on the bat camera. What? It's probably a bat camera. And he's like, are you willing to take this on? And the kid's like, yes. And then for like a few months, it looks like Batman's gone because he got a train and he's going through it. But he's running him through like Matrix simulations. He's training him. And then Batman returns. And he's got the legacy. I'm doing this because I owe a life. He died for me. I'm the reason Batman's dead. Then you got survivor's guilt. You got the backstory of it's tragedy that brought me on. But he could rub against it. He could be like, I don't know, man. I think I should take these guys out. You know, he could have that crisis of, you know, I don't know if I agree with the way he did this, but I feel I owe it to him because I owe my life. Whoa, look at that. Conflict. A new character. Alfred has a friggin' awesome AI.
What do you think about that, Clarence?
I like the idea, but I was thinking of something else. Like, what if they introduce like a true concept of time in comic books? Like, this many real world years is this many years in comic books, you know?
Yeah, well, I mean, then that's one of the reasons we talk about passing on the mantle is because that time doesn't seem to really move smoothly in comics.
Yeah, they just reboot them to the current era instead of just doing a new person.
But no, I agree. That's definitely what I think they should do, and that's why we should get these passed on these.
Well, no,
next
you could play.
gen.
Well, notice I played, and my time did pass because Batman is older because Alfred's dead.
Yeah,
and you know what? Yeah. That could even add to the legend of Batman. People start to think that Batman's kind of like they did in Gotham with the Hood, that one killer. It's like they start to think he's immortal. They're like, what? It's been like 80 years and there's still a Batman.
Yeah.
You know, and everybody's like, how the hell is there still a Batman? And just they keep going like there's always a Batman. Yeah. You know, and they tried to do that in Batman Beyond.
Yeah.
But they got too comic booky with the like, oh, this happened. And you're at a, but now no, you're a clone, and it's like we took your DNA, you know. It's like no, like I think an actual doesn't have to be a descendant. It's a born in tragedy and blood. A gunshot is what creates the Batman. It's a shot of a gun and the death of a protector, the guardian, that creates the new Batman. I think that'd be awesome. And him concealing what happened so that people don't know, like him. Now, of course, there's people that know. There's like Barbara and a few people that are like, they think they're like, Bruce Wayne's dead, Batman's dead. Imagine their reaction. She could be hunting them down at first. Like, who's pretending to be Batman? Because she doesn't know that he went to Wayne Manor and like went to the Batcave. Because Wayne Manor's broken down. It's this derelict building, but there's still the Batcave. And so she could be hunting him. And then she could be the one that's disapproving, and he's trying to earn her respect. She's like, you're not Batman. That'd be awesome. He could, Batwing, Darkwing, whatever the little Nightwing could come after him for a while. You can have a lot of good conflict there and acceptance issues. Damien will try to kill him.
But then he comes back from the dead, so it doesn't matter like it always does.
You know, yeah, but he ought to come back as a villain if you do that. Lazarus Pit comes back crazy. If you're going to do that, you know.
He is the Joker.
He becomes the Lewis Joker. Oh, God.
For 2 months before he's Batman again.
All right.
You know how this goes.
All right, guys. Look, thanks for watching. This is our Random Encounters. We do this every week. Be sure to check it out. And you can check us out on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. We have a Patreon if you want to help our production quality so I don't screw this up as much, money would help, man.
or you give me a new producer. You become a sidekick. We make you the new sidekick.
I'm the new okay, whatever.
Oh, shut up. You still make the most money, but you just get to sit there and look pretty. And we have somebody who's sitting there with a little clipboard and a headset, and they're actually like running the place like an operation.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Take care.